Hi, I'm the creator of the Whipping Witch and Omneiris, and today I will be drawing a grey witch. This is the 8th and final illustration for November that I made. Which also means that after this illustration I have officially used all of the 216 markers I own, alcohol markers. I've also used 60 water-based wall-tipped markers and 60 paint markers and 36 color pencils. So yeah, that was a lot of art supplies to go through, but I've done it in, as I said, 8 illustrations. All of the other ones are already up if you want to go check them out if you haven't already. For this illustration, we are exploring yet another type of magic for the witches, yet another coven, this one grey. And the grey witches are mind readers, and basically anything to do with mind. So emotions are also a part of it. Some of them can read emotions, some can make people feel things, or they can read thoughts or manipulate minds, all that kind of stuff. And the Whipping Witch, my original character, inspired by me, who is the face of this channel, is a mind-reading witch. She's technically a memory-reading witch. She sees the memories of people, but she fits in this coven. And the tattoo associated with this coven and this type of magic is dark fingers. The fingers are colored with black ink, which kinda is a reminder for the witches that abusing mind reading and mind influencing magic can taint their souls. Because witches are really powerful and can technically do really scary things, but they don't because they're pacific and they're just trying to help people most of the time. So yeah, they have rules that they follow and they try their best not to abuse their power. So for this illustration, I sorted all of my grey markers between the different types of greys. I have neutral greys, cool greys, warm greys, and I also included green greys. Now in the 216 alcohol marker from Ohuhu, there are a lot of colored greys. I have red greys, yellow greys, blue greys, and green greys. But I decided to include all of the other type of colored greys into the actual colors. So the blue greys with the blue illustration, red greys with the red illustration, yellow greys with the yellow illustration, because I didn't have as many markers in those colors as I did in green. And since green was already the category where I had the most markers, I decided to keep the green greys for my greys, which would have had very few markers if I didn't include the green greys. So yeah, I used the greens for the cloud at the bottom, kind of fog and stuff like that I thought was very symbolic of the mind. It's full of fog and thoughts, like a thought bubble in a comic book is kind of shaped like a little cloud. And I added a little black cat poking out of it, and I think he's adorable. And that's actually where I used all of my pure black art supplies. It's all around the cats. And the rest is very dark grey. Everywhere you think you'll see black is grey. And for the hat, I was inspired by the ink drop mushroom that I think is really beautiful. And well, it's black and white, so it fits in the color scheme of this illustration, and with the little droplets hanging around the brim and all, I really like the shape language going on and the big gradients on the hats, which is where I used basically all of my cool grays, I think. And then I used the neutral grays on the witch herself and my warm grays for the background. So yeah, it was basically like working with different colors instead of only one color. Because usually with my other colors, I couldn't really separate them that easily into different color categories. Like I did have greenish blues and purplish blues, but it wasn't quite as clear which was which based only on the cats or the color names. While the grays are really called cool gray 1, cool gray 2, cool gray 3, etc, etc, and then the neutral grays and the warm grays. So yeah, it's actually easier to sort them out than the other colors. By the way, I would like to point out that gray is not technically a color, and if I was strictly following like one color at a time, I could have used gray in any of the other illustrations, because gray is just basically any color fully desaturated, and black is just any color completely dark, and white is any color completely light. But I wanted to do an illustration with only my grays and black and white, so I didn't include them in the other illustrations, but it might have helped with contrast and adding more variety to other pieces. I think this illustration ended up being my favorite. I mentioned in the purple illustration, I think, that purple is my favorite color. And that is true if you do not consider black as a color. But truth be told, I'm always wearing black, and if it was a color, it'd be my favorite color. So yeah, I really like this illustration. I think the cat is really cute. And I added those little blobs around him, kind of like he wasn't fully real. Is a thought, a nightmare, or something. I just realized that nightmares don't exist in Omneiris because there's no such thing as night, because there are 3 suns all around the planet, so it's always day. I need to find another word for nightmare. But yeah, the cat is not fully material. He's a little ghost or something, with big white eyes staring at you, and I really like it. For the background, some of the graphic details I added were inspired by, well, clouds and thought bubbles and stuff like that, but also ink drops because of the ink drop mushroom hat. And like with the tattoos of the dark fingers, it kind of looks like you've had ink spread all over your fingers. So yeah, I used every single idea I had for those backgrounds. I'm not very good with abstract shapes and just graphic stuff like that. I like drawing characters. And I am on to adding the final touches with my colored pencils, the last art supplies I need to use before having used all of them for November. And it is done. I have finally finished all 8 illustrations that I wanted to make for November. And I have my own little rainbow now. Here is the final close-up. If you want to see the other illustrations, go check out the videos. I have a playlist with all of them. And for the final time, everything I have used for this illustration. Thank you for watching, and see you next month, I guess.